Hey everyone, and welcome to your weekly library update. This week we are diving into something I'm pretty sure many of us have come up against. That moment when a client looks you in the eye and says, "I've tried mindfulness and I absolutely hate it." So let's just jump right in. We've all been there, right? A client, maybe a neurodivergent client, just completely shuts down the idea. And why? Well, it's usually because their experience with it has been really frustrating, maybe uncomfortable, or it just felt totally wrong for them. It's a huge clinical challenge, and it definitely leaves you wondering, okay, where do we go from here? Well, we are just so excited because this week we're adding a session to our library that tackles this exact problem head on. It's called Mindfulness for Neurodivergent People, and it's with the amazing Dr. Emma Bede. And let me tell you, it completely reframes the whole conversation in a way that's so affirming, so practical, and just incredibly useful. The session kicks off by getting really honest about why that traditional one-size-fits-all approach to mindfulness can be, and these are her words, a terrible fit for a lot of neurodivergent people. And here's the revolutionary part. It's not that the client is failing at mindfulness. Nope. It's that the practice, as it's so often taught, is failing the client. And this slide, wow, it just gets right to the heart of it. Just think about it for a second. These standard instructions we've all heard, they can feel like impossible, even painful demands. Telling someone whose body needs to move or stim to sit completely still, it's not just unhelpful, it's an instant roadblock. Or asking a busy, pattern-seeking brain to just empty itself, that is a perfect recipe for frustration. And for anyone with a history of trauma, being told to focus on the breath can be incredibly triggering, not calming at all. And the challenges really go even deeper. In the session, Dr. Bede outlines several crucial contraindications that we as practitioners absolutely need to be aware of. And, a contraindication just means a situation where a practice could actually be harmful. These are not minor things. These are significant risks. We're talking about histories of trauma, the intense reality of sensory sensitivities, body dysmorphia, a brain that gets stuck in these painful loops, or even co-occurring physical issues like chronic pain. It just shows so clearly why a more thoughtful neuroaffirming approach isn't just a nice idea. It's absolutely essential for safe and ethical practice. Okay, so what's the solution then? This is where the session just absolutely lights up. Instead of seeing all these traits as problems we need to fix, we learn how to reframe mindfulness around the inherent strengths of neurodivergent people. It's such a powerful and validating shift in perspective, moving away from a deficit model to one that's all about strengths. And the key is to go back to this beautiful core definition. When you strip away all the rigid rules about how you have to sit, or being perfectly still, or what you should be doing, you're left with this flexible, freeing foundation. It's simply about paying attention, with intention, and without judgment. And that right there opens up a whole new world of possibilities to find what actually works for the person in front of you.
So really, the crucial point is this. We can stop trying to force a square peg into a round hole. The goal is to work with the brain and body, not fight against them. It's all about leaning into the unique ways neurodivergent people already experience the world and using those very skills as powerful tools for mindfulness.
So what are these strengths? Oh, get ready because they are fantastic. Things like an exquisite sensitivity to sensory details, an incredible ability to get deeply absorbed in a texture or a sound or a visual pattern, a natural comfort in repetition and sameness, which can be so soothing, and of course, that powerful capacity for intense, deep focus. You see? These aren't deficits. They are mindfulness superpowers just waiting to be unlocked. And this brings us to, honestly, the most exciting and practical part of the session, where all of this philosophy gets turned into real, concrete, flexible tools that you can start using with clients and maybe even for yourself right away. For example, you'll learn all about sensory absorption using objects, like exploring the incredible little details of a stone, a bead, or a favorite stim toy. You'll discover the practice of savoring, which is all about mindfully absorbing a truly pleasurable experience, like the taste and the warmth of a really good cup of coffee. And you'll explore mindful movement, embracing things like repetition, rocking, or pacing as totally valid and powerful forms of practice. And honestly, that is just scratching the surface. The full session is just overflowing with creative, accessible ideas. Dr. Bede explores how activities like photography, crafting, and even immersive video games can become these profound mindfulness practices when you approach them with intention. It completely blows the definition of what mindfulness can be wide open. This incredible session is just one of the brilliant new additions this week. And it's a perfect example of what our learning library is all about, providing accessible, relevant, and lifelong learning for our amazing community of helping professionals. Dr. Bede shares this beautiful quote from William Blake in the session, and it just perfectly captures the spirit of this whole approach. It's about finding the profound in the particular, the infinite in the smallest sensory detail. It's not about emptying the mind, but about filling our awareness with the richness that is already there, right in front of us. So we would love to invite you to explore Mindfulness for Neurodivergent People and the thousands of other hours of CPD that are available right now in our Netflix-style learning library. And you get access to absolutely everything for just $9.99 a month. Your membership gives you immediate access to everything, brand new, relevant content added every single week, a huge archive of past sessions at your fingertips, and a place within a supportive community that's all about growth and learning. It's really our commitment to you. We really hope you feel inspired to dive in and take a look around. Thanks so much for joining us for this update, and we'll leave you with one final, exciting question to think about. What will you discover this week?